This week's episode is brought to you by 2019. It's a new year, and Nexus at Night is turning over a new leaf. Nah, I'm just kidding. Enjoy yet another year of us talking about nothing. 2019. This is not going to be good for those New Year's glasses, is it? Hey everybody, welcome to Nexus at Night, the second show about nothing. I'm Atlas.
And I'm Matt.
I'm playing Warframe right now.
Why?
What the hell's Warframe?
It is a free-to-play, like, Destiny-esque game.
Oh. On PC? Or?
Yes.
It's on, yeah. It's best on PC, terrible on PS4, and I think it's the only console that people own.
Oh.
I guess it's also on Switch, but whatever.
Yeah.
I want to get myself a Switch because I kept playing Smash Bros. With my friends. Like, over the holidays, I dog sat for family friends of mine, and my, crazy Ferris Bueller-esque shenanigans wasn't throwing a giant party. It was inviting a bunch of people over and playing Smash Bros. On their huge TV.
Fair enough. I've only played a little bit of the new Smash Bros. I don't know. I'm not really a big Smash Bros. Person. I think it's like a cool party game, but don't really care about very much for the competitive aspects of Smash Bros.
Oh, I try to, but I'm not very good at it.
Yeah.
I also want to get a Switch.
It's like, what, $300 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking about it, but then there were no sales on Black Friday for Switch, and I was like, nope.
Yes, right? And then I was trying to see if there was going to be a sale on, like, Christmas, and there weren't.
Yep, because they were like, because people are willing to buy a Switch at $300 in, like, infinite quantities, so
Makes sense.
what reason do they have to have a sale?
Yeah.
But I'm pretty content with my PS4 and my computer, so whatever.
Makes sense. I still have a Wii U.
I didn't know anyone owned that. At least you're not one of those dirty Xbox One owners.
Makes sense.
I've been playing a lot of Path of Exile, which is a D2 clone recently.
They have and I'm looking on Amazon. The Switch is $300 or like $299, and then the gray Joy-Con version is $298 or some bullshit.
Oh my god!
The Smash Ultimate Edition is $509 or $510.
Gross.
I know, right? My god. Good lord.
Yeah. So.
Anyway, so for the third year in a row, it's a new year, and so it's become a tradition at this point where every new year here on Nexus at Night, we kind of just talk about nothing for an hour. How the holidays went, what our plans for the year are, the price of whatever new game system is coming out, because everyone deserves a palate cleanser every now and then, like a sorbet.
Yeah, and it gives me some time to to think about how I'm upset about Shiryuki.
Go on, I'm listening.
Well, I said it gives me time to figure out in what way I'm upset.
Oh, I thought you were thinking about it before this, and then
no, I wish.
Oh, okay.
No, I've been thinking about it for a while, and I still don't have like a solid
reason.
I don't even know if it's a good.
I mean, the only way to know is to test, right?
Right, and I just haven't bothered. So.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so the new Murakumo stuff is odd, but we'll see.
I don't know. Like the past few days or so, a lot of these reveals have been kind of infuriating. Like the new misdirection, the 9K grade 2 when placed from hand counterblast. Put one of your grade 1 or lower rear guards into soul. Draw 2. Choose a card from hand. Put it into soul. And
this card even good.
It's fine, I guess. It's another way to filter, but like when placed from hand.
Yeah.
Come on.
They don't want you to do it when you call it from soul, obviously.
But like I understood that with like Nitro Juggler or Starting Presenter because they were free, but this at least costs a counterblast, you know?
Yeah. Do they assume you just have infinite counterblast, or like always have it when you need it?
I guess so. This also wouldn't bother me if it was a double R or something. This is a triple R.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's like a pretty awkward triple R.
Mm-hmm. It's like me from age 13 to 19.
Yeah, something like that.
Awkward. And then, so I'm gonna read Shiryuki's effect just because, like, if you ever figure it out throughout this episode, you can just get into it. So grade 3, 12k Excel gift. On van, rear, or guard circle, when placed, you can Soul Blast 2. If you do, choose 3 of your opponent's front row units and then get minus 5k. And if she's on van or guard circle, it becomes 10,000 for the turn. And then on van, if the attack doesn't hit, you choose a Shiryuki from your drop zone and add it to your hand. Yeah, that's it. So
yeah.
Also,
Blast
Vanguard
2
or
is...
rear guard.
Oh, it
not
is?
guard circle. For the
No,
minus
it's
10.
Vanguard or Guard.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, that's a G. That's a G.
Oh, fucking.
Yeah, so it's when placed to van, rear, or guard circle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
then-
you could guard with it and do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which is bizarre. But
And it does it on 3 things instead of just 1.
Yeah, so it's effectively 30k guard for Soul Blast 2.
Yeah.
Which is fine. And I guess it, like, hits re-standards in a weird way.
Oh, so you can be like, all right, I guard that, and then when it restands.
Yeah, now you're 12k for the whole, or 2k for the whole turn or whatever, you know.
But
Yeah.
It's like whatever.
who does that hurt? Like who?
Maelstrom, of course.
Yeah. Detonix drill. That's a thing.
I mean, it also hits stuff like, like most of the stuff it hurts are stuff that are already like not great anyway. I guess it could hurt Dragonic Overlord if people are still playing that card at that point.
They are, I think.
Sure.
Have to, because...
Yeah, they don't really have a choice right now. But I'm saying, like, if they give more Kagura more support, they end up not playing Do. Like, I mean, that stock can go down. I just don't know whether this card is good or not. I just can't, like...
It doesn't seem bad?
I'm just mad that Shiryuki returned. That's really what it is.
Why? What's your beef with Shiryuki?
Because because Bushiro doesn't know how to not print archetype support.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
like, it's just another archetype that they're going to be like, oh, maybe we should make it Shiryuki specific.
I mean, they do know how to print generic stuff. It's just not...
They just don't.
Yeah, they just don't.
Just refuse to do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, things like Great Nature, they never really gave us...
Yeah, because you didn't have an archetype until, like, the late G era.
Yeah. And even then, no one played it. It was like, all right, let's make Hamstay an archetype. Why? I don't know. Fuck
Well, that's because that archetype was bad.
Yeah.
And, yeah. But, yeah, I think this card is definitely playable. I don't know whether it's better than what you were doing before. And I think Soul Blast 2 is a really hefty cost.
Yeah, I mean, you have things
Like, you go through a lot of Soul.
Yeah, I mean, they have a grade 2 that allows you to soul charge, so...
Yeah, well, sort of. You're losing a unit for it, right?
If it doesn't hit, look at top 7 cards, reveal up to 2 Shiryuki, put 1 into hand, put 1 of them into drop, and then if you didn't reveal any,
Oh,
you
you
soul
didn't
charge.
find one. Oh. Yeah. I think the grade 1 is, like, fine. I think the grade 2 is real bad.
Grade 1... Oh, okay. When your unit's attack doesn't hit, put it into soul and get a Shiryuki from drop to hand. That's something, I guess.
Or the grade 1, sorry, that's the real bad one.
No,
The grade 2 is the one that's when it doesn't hit.
well, both of them are when something doesn't hit.
Right. And okay, so the does not hit is also kind of an issue. So I talked about this a lot when we had Shadow Stitch.
Yeah.
But basically, the doesn't hit is giving your opponent some kind of agency over what your cards do.
Pretty much.
Like, and does hit is also the same thing. But it's kind of more in line that they want to guard it anyway. And giving your opponent an option is not necessarily good at all. Like, even if both options are bad, even if both things are bad for them, it's still not good because they can choose the one whichever one's less bad.
Do I
If
want
that makes
to
sense.
take a damage or let them get a plus?
Yeah, like, because like damage isn't always a downside in this game. Like, damage can be, oh, it gives me a counter blast. It's not always just like strictly, but they have to take a damage, so they're closer to death. That's not how this game works.
In the anime, it does. They're like, holy shit, he's at 3 damage.
Let's not get into that.
But lots of card game anime put too much stock in those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Like, life points in Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't matter either.
That's true.
And then also, they revealed the Gust Blaster Dragon. So, another VR from this set for Shadow Paladin. And
It's certainly a card that exists.
the Facebook groups are in a tizzy. So, grade 3, 13k, 4 stiffs. On Vanguard Circle, when it attacks, you can counterblast 1, retire 2 rear guards. Draw a card, your opponent chooses one of his or her own rear guards, retires it, and he gets 10k. And then on Van, when your rear guard is retired, if you have a blaster grade 3 in Soul, he gets an extra crit. So half of the people are like, this sucks. Half of the people are like, this is broken. It's fine.
It's
It kind of does the same thing. You still...
it's just... It's not an improvement over PBD.
Yeah, it's just another thing that does kind of what PBD does.
Like, it's basically just your fifth... It's just copies 5 through 8. Basically.
Yep.
That's fine. I mean, I'm okay with that. Like, I think people were expecting Phantom Blaster Diablo again.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, so it's wait. So if you do it skill, it's going to get multiple grits.
Yes. Yeah. So it gets
Nice.
2 crits if you do the skill. If you have
It's
a,
Basically
Sweet.
just getting less power and more crits than PBD.
Yeah, this card's sweet. Let's do it.
I mean,
I don't know how you're like. I don't know how this is doing anything like inherently different, but it's sweet.
I mean, it's less of a minus for you?
I mean, it's like it has the same problems as PBD, right? Like,
Yeah.
whatever. It's just different.
Yeah. Like, you can still PG it. You're killing less units, but you're also killing less of your opponent's units. And
You're drawing a card, so it's like you're trading a unit for a card, which is, I think, in general a plus.
yeah,
And then
especially because you call things like the main or whatever specifically as sack fodder, so
yeah, card's fine. I'm not sure why it's a VR, but whatever.
yeah, I don't think it's an improved. Like, I think gaining more crits scales much more poorly than gaining more power, but
I'm also not excited for 8 VR decks. Like,
Yeah.
these decks are gonna be very expensive all of a sudden.
yeah.
Like, we're gonna go from decks that were roughly like 150 to decks that are like close to 300
Ugh.
pretty quickly.
I mean, it
And
seems like
obviously, Shadows is gonna be the first one, which was already like expensive when it came out, despite not having the backup.
yeah.
Well, okay, so I thought that with the reveal of what Zangeki did, Zanbaku was going to go up, and it didn't. It's still $12.
Yep.
So I think
Nobody cares about Murakumo.
that's almost sad for them. But like, I think what Bushiroad is trying to do is, yes, you can do like 8 VR decks, but I think they're trying to go off in more directions, which is good for the consumer, I guess, because you can make decks for cheaper. Bad for, clans on the whole, because it means that it's, support being pulled in 3 different directions.
The problem is they keep printing cards that require the previous VR.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a shame. So anybody who shows up late is,
Gonna have a bad time.
yeah. As far as I can tell, in Pale Moon, that's not the case, or, we don't really know what
Yeah.
the DI
We don't
one
really
does.
know. Yeah. We don't know what the Pale Moon VR is yet, right?
No, it's and the 21 Gun Salute or whatever it was. Gun Salute Dragon End of Stage is the name, and we know what it looks like, but we don't know what it does.
All right.
What the other like awkward Pale Moon Dragon?
What, the one that blows up
Spark.
the?
Yeah, they retire all of your opponent's rear guards. It's like,
And it gains a whole 5,000 power, and you have to counterblast 2 and eat one of your rear guards.
This is rare, right? Good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, also for each retired rear guard, he gets plus 5k.
Yeah.
So in an Excel clan, this is counterintuitive.
Why is Excel Clan retiring all rear guards and like acting like it wants to?
Especially because, like, I know James made an argument, like, Pale Moon is already so good at filtering out of soul that it can't really gain efficient hand, but, like, it does have some... Pale Moon does have some advantage problems.
Oh, of course.
But you're an Excel Clan. Like, you're in general going to have more units on board than your opponent. So this card, like, doesn't fix that at all. So just Counterblast 2 to, like, probably neg slightly, unless you've just not been doing anything.
Or if you're behind, I guess. But
the thing, this card also doesn't really help you come back because you don't get anything out of your soul.
Yeah, you just kind of, like,
I would like to see this card call something.
Yeah.
In addition to all this nonsense.
What, suck one in, blow up the board, then call one out?
Yeah.
It is on place also, which is like, ugh. So you don't even get to do all of your turn stuff and then do it at the end.
So that's what I think. I think it should eat one, blow up the board, call one, and then like I think that would be a better looking unit.
I mean, it's also a rare, so I'm not really expecting the world from this. Now, Misdirection, on the other hand,
it was a casual triple R.
What, like the Machining Mantis? Or it was like, I'm a triple R. Why? I don't know, fuck it.
Why can't we just have at least one card that's on place? I don't care that she's a wash, I care that she's placed from hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
They just don't want you doing stuff when you call from Soul, bro.
Yeah.
Despite being Pale Moon.
Now, if they got rid of the counterblast cost and it was from hand, I completely understand, but...
Sure. But it's not.
I don't know. Or at the very least, give it, like, a second skill. Like, Pale Moon already has a lot of filter setup cards.
You could make this card gain power and nobody would care.
But could it at least gain power? Like, it doesn't even do that.
What, just like, alright, when called from Soul, it gets 4k, something like that? That'd be cool.
That's fine.
Or just even gain power the turn its place, like just attach it to this skill, like something.
That would be nice.
Like if it were like, oh, blah, 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 plus 6k or plus 5k or whatever the fuck Pale Moon gets.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus 5k because it's an Excel deck.
We already have a card like that, and it's a promo, but it's fine. It's called Dreaming King of Comedy, and when someone else's plays from Soul, it gets 5k. So, pretty simple.
We also have a bunch of deleter cards.
Oh yeah, I haven't looked at that stuff yet. All I know is they're like Bermuda.
Not really. They're more like deleters. No, they're just like what they were before. They vanish, delete shit, and delete the Vanguard.
Oh, nice.
Like, some cards bounce to hand, but not a lot of them. Like, a lot of them are just binding shit face down, and...
Okay, so still binding, deleting, all that nonsense. And then some of them bounce to hand for some reason.
Yeah.
Got it.
Public service announcement to all people out there who are like, holy shit, deleting's broken. It's basically giving your front row 12 to 13k.
Yeah.
Good, but not as scary as you think it is.
Well, it also does turn off any skills that the opponent's Vanguard might have.
Yes, but I don't think...
Could randomly be relevant.
Yeah. I mean, if they don't have another ride, then that's a problem in Standard.
I was thinking, like...
What?
Seems
like
what's that Murakami idiot's name?
Alki?
No, the one that gains power for open regard circles?
Great Composure.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. I mean, not a lot of people play that anyway, but...
I mean, I hope not. It's Murakami.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been playing Narukami in Premium. It's been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a weird check on the No Life King loop for some reason. Assuming you're not doing.
If you go first, right?
Well, assuming you're not doing the solemn thing. Because, well, if you go first, you have Detonix Drill restand on. Usually their board is empty, so it's a free restand, and then that's either enough to kill or get them close enough where they have to drop a bunch of hand, and then. Whereas with if you go second, you get to stride first, and then you can do impede, and impede kind of fucks their whole combo up. Because alright, if I keep my board empty or close to it, then they go, alright, I have to retire and bind something, and then I have to retire something else, and that often includes an enigmatic assassin, so you can shut it off for a turn. It's not a complete counter, but it's something. It's something to do where it's not a complete death sentence.
Right.
It's nice. Have you guys been trying stuff in Premium at all?
No.
Not a bit.
Oh man, I've been kind of like dipping my toe in the pool, and I'm having a great time.
I don't own Premium cards, so it makes it difficult.
I do still own all my old stuff. I just don't really feel like it.
I tried my friend made Premium Dimension Police, which Matt, do you remember talking about this, where you could do weird stuff with? Yeah, so that shit's hilarious. The restanding gallop. You're like, all right,
that.
What?
Oh yeah, go on.
No, the 126k, then restand and attack for another 126k.
Yeah, with a crit.
With a crit, yeah. So they call that PG or GG. Yeah, it's wackadoo.
Or the gives darker crit.
Yeah, no, that's even worse. Give Starker crit.
Casual, like 70k to crit. 70k to crit. 70k to crit.
I borrowed my friend's Premium Grand Blue for that against this, and he literally you don't have enough protect gifts to make that work. You're just like, all right, that's
you only have 4 rides in Grand Blue. It's like pretty hard to get enough protect gifts.
I mean, you're basically just striding no matter what anyway. So riding Skull Dragon doesn't matter that much. You run just Bastkirk and Skull Dragon.
Oh, that's it. So just riding it for the gift?
Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing it for. Also, like that first, if you get to grade 3 first, you can pressure a little bit. But, yeah, you can do the Night Rose build, but I found it too, like, clunky. Or he found it too clunky. Sorry, Vince. It's his deck. But I might end up building it because I have Standard Grand Blue, and Standard Grand Blue kind of sucks right now, so I think turning it into Premium would be nice. And then you could do stuff with it, especially because I have SVR Bastarks and Origin Rare. Ruin Shades, because I'm an idiot.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Yes. Factual.
Actual factual idiot.
Oh, man.
Did you guys have a good holiday?
Yeah, I ate a bunch of chili.
Chili?
Chili. Christmas chili.
I've literally never heard of this.
It's a traditional Southern Christmas. I'm making this up as I go along. Please give me a second.
At least he admits it.
No, Christmas chili. It's just traditional Christmas chili.
Huh.
Yeah.
I like chili and soups and stuff like that, and nobody in my family likes any kind of soup or gumbo or stew, nothing.
Alright.
I wish more people did. I think the concept of soup...
I didn't ask why your family was weird, but...
Well, I'm just saying that, like, I like the idea of Christmas chili, and I wish more people in my family did.
This brings up an interesting question.
Uh-huh.
Why did... So, surely Fritos didn't exist before chili.
Oh, my God. Yeah, of course.
So, how somebody got the idea is like, we can only make these corn chips just so people can eat it with chili. Because there's no other reason you'd eat Fritos.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? Like, it's like, clearly this is the origin of Fritos. I have not looked this up. and I have nothing to back this, except that I've only ever seen people eat Fritos with chili.
So chili apparently originated in the 1850s in southern Texas or northern Mexico.
Sure.
And
Geniuses, to be honest.
When did Fritos come out? 1932. So...
Yeah. For the sole purpose of eating with chili, right?
Yeah, makes sense. Fritos. They were made from cornmeal and used in the nixtamalization.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that word means. The word is too big for me.
It's typically refers to a process for the preparation of maize or other grain. Okay, cool. Fritos are made by deep frying extruded whole cornmeal. And then... So according to the Handbook of Texas, the Frito Company was born in 1932 at the height of the Great Depression. The family of Charles Elmer Doolin owned the Highland Park Confectionery in San Antonio, and Doolin, 28 at the time, wanted to add a salty snack to their repertoire. He responded to an ad in the San Antonio Express. The ad, placed by Gustavo Olguin, listed for sale an original recipe for fried corn chips along with adapted potato ricer and 19 retail accounts. Doolin bought the small business venture for $100, God, that hurts to hear, and began to manufacture the chips in his mother's kitchen with the help of his father, Charles Bernard Doolin, mother Daisy Dean Stephenson Doolin, that's too many names, and brother Earl Doolin. These four founders made up the first board of directors, with Charles Bernard Doolin becoming the first chairman. Cool.
Yeah, okay.
Nexus at Night, the History of Chips podcast.
Anyway, Fritos existed for the sole purpose of eating with chili.
Oh, of course.
This is just factual. This is what we got out of this somehow. And yeah, so we had Christmas chili. I got some work clothes and stuff.
Nice.
And I got a board game.
Aren't you starting a new job soon? Or
I've had the new job. What?
Oh, well, or like, weren't you part time and then they made you full time? I can't remember the full saga.
It is. I'm technically contracted.
Gotcha. Yeah, how's that going, by the way?
It's going all right. Start back next week.
Nice. I as of yesterday started my new position at my job. I went from medical records clerk to dictation editor. So now I spend my entire day editing letters that doctors send to each other.
Ah.
Like, I literally fell ass backwards into a job that uses my degree somehow.
Nice.
Did you get anything for Christmas, Alvin Root Beer?
Nope.
Nothing?
I did not. No.
Did you do anything for?
Not really. Just played games with my friends. One of my buddies who's in the Navy came back for Christmas, so...
Awesome.
He's training. He's in the academy right now.
Yes, you can sail the 7 seas in the Navy.
Please stop.
I don't even know why I know that song. It's like not YMCA.
You only know that part of that song, as far as we know.
Pretty much.
All right. So, other than that, yeah, not shit.
Yeah, I got a new camera, so I can now film my sets not on my phone.
Jeez.
And also I can do more things for the Nexus Core YouTube channel, so now I don't need the aid of Richard in order to get games and deck profiles done.
Nice.
Which is nice.
Beautiful.
So, and then my sister, my mom and I went halvesies on AirPods for her, and then I took the empty box, brought it to work, and I put a thing of dental floss inside, because AirPod boxes look like dental floss. And my coworker, now she's not even my coworker anymore. She's just in a different department. But she would constantly be asking me for dental floss. So I gave her the AirPod box, and then she's like, "Oh my god, thank you." And then I didn't get anything for you. I'm like, "It's fine." And then 10 minutes later, I'm off somewhere else, and she comes running out of from behind like around the corner of the hallway and just clocks me in the arm. She's like, "You bastard!" I thought I'm like, you're constantly asking for floss, and I can't afford AirPods by myself. At least not for that many people. So, hooray for dad gifts.
Got him.
This is the same coworker who, by the way, this goes in the Hall of Fame next to the bread lung, which I've told that story before. But this coworker, I managed to convince her for about 15 seconds that if you get circumcised after babyhood, it grows back. Because we were talking about, she's like, I got my ears pierced as a baby, which is good because if you get your ears pierced, past that, the hole closes if you don't put an earring in. I'm like,
no.
The exact same thing happens with foreskin. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, totally. And then she leaves and comes back. She's like, that's not true. I'm like, good, you figured it out.
Absolutely amazing.
I wish I could make this stuff up, but it's like... my favorite thing she's said, aside from that, is one day she comes in and it's starting to get cold by LA standards, like below 70 degrees. And she comes in, she's taking her sweater off, and she's like, it's really nipply outside. I'm like, yeah, sure.
That's
fine.
how that is.
I don't. Yeah, I'll give that one to you. Honestly, I think that's better than nipply. Correct.
Yeah.
I did a similar thing. I was on stage a few nights ago, and I was talking about the dating site Coffee Meets Bagel, and I referred to it as Coffee versus Bagel. And I think that should be the name. Love is a battlefield and all that good stuff.
Is that how it works?
I guess so, but somehow that particular dating site literally feels like shouting into an actual cup of coffee. Black nothingness. Or something. I don't know. I'm not very good at this.
Got him.
Have you guys tried any dating sites recently?
No.
Nope.
Awesome. I'm a bachelor on the prowl. What?
Yeah.
I could not give less of a shit.
Nexus at Night, the possibly asexual podcast.
It's just
not you.
like no reason to rush it.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm not trying to rush anything. It's just I'm bored.
Happens.
And then also today, now that it's the new year, there was a patient of my workplace who is a landlord who owns a building like 3 blocks from my work. And she's like, if somebody gives up one of the apartments, you can have it, like rent it. So today is the day that I'm going to call her and see if there's an open apartment. So next
Best
week.
luck to you.
Thank you. That's good. I'm kind of sick of living in this attic and not being able to stand up straight most of the time.
Fair.
Not that my posture was any good before this, but this is definitely not making it any better.
Pretty much.
See any good movies lately?
Alvin?
No, I haven't. I have difficult time wrangling up all my friends here in SF to actually do anything.
I mean,
plus classes, so
I
haven't really had time.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be in theaters. Just like if you watch something at home or.
No, I've just been watching YouTube videos about movies instead.
Have you seen the...
Mostly old movies.
Makes sense. Like what?
Yeah.
Been watching some Ryan Hollinger video essays, and I'm a big fan of things like Lindsay Ellis and H Bomber Guy.
Oh, speaking of H Bomber Guy, did you see his thing yesterday? The Flat Earth?
Yeah, the Flat Earth. Oh yeah, so good.
That was fucking fantastic.
H Bomber Guy is godlike.
I haven't watched Lindsay Ellis's new thing about the death of the author yet.
Oh,
Yeah, Same.
What are you guys waiting for?
I just haven't gotten around to it.
Life gets in the way. But her videos are like half an hour long.
And the fucking Flat Earth one was 45 minutes.
Well, I did that on my drive to work, all right? I don't have time to do both. I had to pick one or the other, and then on the way back, I was talking on the phone. So don't
Either
worry.
way.
I have like a phone dock for when I was a Lyft driver, so I don't touch the phone. It's just playing through the Bluetooth speaker, and that's
Yeah.
it.
So, basically these are YouTubers I enjoy very much. Also Sean, but
I haven't seen Sean in a while.
yeah, he hasn't updated it. He apparently has a video coming out soon. TM.
That's good. Soon, TM. I quite enjoy Extra History, if you guys have seen that. Where it's from Extra Credits, the guys who talked about like game design and stuff. But they'll like pick a person or an event or something, and then they'll cover it for a few weeks. And I just watched one. It's a few years old, but it's about the South Sea Bubble, where basically a bunch of people in Britain in the early 18th century were like, we're going to make up a company and then drive the stock price up. And then, a bunch of people buy into it, and then the stock crashes and everyone loses their shirt and nobody gets in trouble for it. And, yeah, it has a lot of parallels with today. And hooray.
Rip.
Yep.
Good old capitalism.
Yep.
Yeah. Is EA bankrupt yet?
I forgot EA existed. What have they done?
Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup 15 years ago.
Nice.
16 years ago, sorry.
Sounds like a great game.
It was honestly pretty fun for, how old was I, 9?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it behaved like pretty much any, like Madden or whatever. It was just with Quidditch, so.
Right, that's why I said it's not very good.
Yeah. I don't know, I liked the game design, in terms of, like, the aesthetics and the backgrounds and stuff, because you played as, like, different countries' teams, and they all had their own unique field, and I thought it was pretty dope. And then also they had, like, have you guys ever played NBA Street?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember Game Breakers?
Yeah.
They had something like that where it was like a little cinematic cutscene where they would like store a bunch of points with the quaffle, and then if you like did enough things, it's literally been over 15 years since I played this game, so I don't know anymore. But I don't.
So it's NBA Street Harry Potter edition.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. I kind of miss NBA Street. I wish they would bring that back.
Yeah, the game series are sweet.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to New Jersey.
Oh, for
it's an expensive trip and
I bet.
Awkward timing.
What's happening around then?
Oh, it's just like
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it to New Jersey.
Bummer.
Yeah, it definitely is the bums, as you would say.
Mm-hmm. I haven't actually used bums in a while.
What?
Yeah. What I have been doing is there's this British guy that he's just around. He and my mom were a thing for a while, and now I think they have like a Jerry Seinfeld and Elaine thing where they're just in each other's lives all the time. And so now it's turned into this thing where every time he starts talking at me, I respond in a like vaguely terrible like Liverpool British accent. So that's turned into I've started saying mate, like thanks mate, and like well done lads or looking good lads, because of course. And that's like seeped its way into my vocabulary. And then also my friend Vince, whenever someone like double crits him or like pulls off some weird ass play, he goes, "Must be nice, Captain." So that's worked its way in too. Yeah. Has that happened with you guys lately, where like just someone's style of speech just kind of seeps into your?
You mean aside from all of Matt's Mattisms?
Oh yeah.
What? Not at all.
My family has started using medium and its variations thanks to you. Because it's gone through me. They're like,
Good.
so
Good.
what did you think of the favorite? It was medium. And they're like, what? I'm like, it was medium. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, okay, there's good, there's bad, there's medium. And they're like, okay. And then now my mom has started using it. I'm like, how was running on the beach? It was medium plus. I'm like, fucking goddamn it. Soon the Madisms will take over the world.
It's good stuff, right?
You're a king. This is something I've been like kicking around for a while, and I don't know if anybody who's this far into the episode what they think, but I've been toying around the idea of like Nexus at Night merch, or just Nexus Core merch that's not playmats, like hats or T-shirts or something. I'm not really sure what else to do besides the like just a shirt of Madisms, because of course. Or like one where it says like Nexus at Night and then a bunch of unrelated things, and then Vanguard podcast. We don't really have many other running gags, do we?
No, we don't.
What? Do we need a running gag?
Not
That's something
necessarily.
that we need?
Like our only running gags are like your Madisms, and then the fact that we can barely stay on topic for more than 5 minutes.
Hey,
Whoa. We've been on topic this entire episode.
Which is what about nothing? Yeah, this is a Seinfeld episode without the clever writing. It's great.
This is the most focused we've ever been on any podcast.
How bizarre.
I mean, we basically just had 30 seconds of silence, which I edited out. You're welcome, listener. But
Wow, you can't spoil the authenticity.
Do you want me to just put this up unedited?
No, God no. Who knows if that part will be edited out? Probably not.
Fair enough.
But yeah. So unfortunately, that I will not be able to make it.
Well, that's a shame.
But I also only have Murkuma right now, so
but
whatever.
That's one of the best decks in the format.
That was true.
I think it still is. Just because of Neonectar? Because Neonectar doesn't give a fuck? Or
Well, Neonectar's pretty good once they get their promo. When does Angel Feather hit English?
it's out.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
hit at the same time.
They came in the same
yeah.
set, my dude. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Angel Feather's now the best deck in the format.
My locals is about 2/3 Neonectar now, and the best tool I have against them is Tachikaze, believe it or not.
Rip.
Because I realized that Gitorex's auto damage skill is very strong against them, because a lot of their stuff revolves around just warm bodies of tokens and not having to use their hand at all. So doing the auto damage thing makes the huge hand matter less. And that's basically what I've been doing is, there's this one guy named Ben who I play literally every week. I don't know, we get matched up every week sometime in the tournament. And I've beaten him most weeks because I get kind of lucky against him regarding crits in the early game. So I can get him to 3 or 4, and then Gidorex gets him to 5, and now all of my attacks matter. And then, yeah, it's not an easy matchup, but it's better off than Pale Moon or Grand Blue or something like that.
Nice.
I don't know. I feel like if Tachikaze gets something regarding either more ways to retire or fucking ride consistency, or a thing that kind of behaves like a Dust Blaster Dragon for Gidorex, I think we'd be fine. I've found Sonic Noah to be even more important lately.
Yeah.
The Bermuda Triangle anime is coming out next week.
Oh my god.
So is it going to be an idol show, or is it just going to be slice of life nonsense?
I think it's going to be an idol show.
Oh my god.
Nice.
You're going to watch it, aren't you?
What?
Probably.
No. There's enough idol shows. What's one more?
I mean, it's relevant enough to this podcast that we could do a spin-off show about it.
Or just do an episode, why not?
Talking about an idol cartoon.
Yeah. No, see, if we do a spin-off show covering it while it's running, then we can just put that on YouTube and monetize it.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
You're right.
we put episodes of this on YouTube. We get like, I don't know, $3 or something a month.
Wow.
Because they have to split it up between the three of us, which is a pain. But oh well.
I have to wait like 30 days for the new Precure, so there's that.
What's Precure?
Pretty Cure. It is a magical girl anime series, very popular.
I see. Not popular enough. I don't know. I'm just not very good with anime, or not really my cup of tea.
Yeah. Anime sucks.
And this for nerds.
Yes, of course.
There's another that's another madism that hasn't come up a lot
This
lately.
is actually true, though.
Actually, factually
Well, we
true.
haven't had any reason to bring it up because we don't really talk about anime on this show.
Yeah, because it sucks.
We could always like do an episode about the anime, but it sucks and is for nerds. So
Yep.
And then I'd have to actually start watching the anime again.
And please do not, under any circumstances, message me and try to explain to me how anime doesn't suck, because it does.
Has anybody ever done that to you? Like, have they like tweeted
Yes.
at you?
So I've been in like various chats where anime gets brought up, and I'm like, anime sucks and it's for nerds. I will get private message of people trying to explain to me that not all anime sucks, or you should check out these animes, they don't suck. And I'm like, I just can't.
What made?
And the worst part is movie things I've already seen.
Oh my god. Okay, I am no proponent of anime, but what makes you think it sucks and is for nerds? Like, what's the thing for you?
Well, anime definitely sucks because most of it would rather. How should I say that? I need to think of a way to say this that's not. The audience basically the anime industry is full of the people who enjoy the material that they're creating now. That like the people just want to see like fan servicey anime girl stuff, right?
Yeah.
And the people in the industry are exactly those people. So we're just going to get more of that. And that's like not great for me. Obviously, I'm sitting here talking about Pretty Cure in the same vein, but like it just needs to be less obvious, I think, or like less explicit. But whatever.
All the fans. I don't know. It seems like it's really tropey.
Definitely, very much so. So, I've like slowed down on watching anime in like recent years, but I used to watch like way too much.
Okay, completely off topic. Have you guys seen the subreddit Reddit Write Seinfeld?
No.
Nope. Oh yes, I have actually. Somebody showed it to me, and I don't remember who it was. It might have been you.
It was probably me, because I really like it. Okay.
Yeah. And
George goes on an all-pork diet since his new girlfriend is a butcher. Elaine sees her coworker pretending to be homeless even though he earns twice her salary. Kramer hires a mafia hitman to kill all the mice in his apartment, reasoning that if he can kill people, mice should be easy.
Sounds like a good episode.
I mean, I like a lot of the ones
all
that get
pork diet.
All pork diet, yeah.
For some dumb reason, e.g., his girlfriend is a butcher. Oh, fucking George.
A lot of the episodes that people pitch on there, though, are just completely unrelated to one another. Like all of the subplots, and I feel like part of the thing that makes Seinfeld is when like stuff kind of
But you can imagine how these would like
Yeah.
how these would like connect with everyone.
Oh yeah, sometimes people will go in the comments and write like scenes of dialogue. Let's see. I could see a whole scene where Elaine recognizes her coworker, but he denies it's him. Elaine is immediately unsure. Later on, she tries to figure it out talking to him. Someone else tries to scold Elaine for harassing the guy and gives him some distinctive food item like Twinkies. The next day, they make eye contact in the break room, and he opens up the Twinkies, eating them with a huge grin.
Oh, man. That's so funny.
Jerry, how did you even find this guy? Kramer. Bob Scamamo recommended him. He's a great guy. You know, he's not even going to charge me anything. He just said I'll owe him a favor sometime.
Oh, wow. Man, that's a good show about nothing.
Yeah. I think that's a good place to leave it, talking about a show about nothing, not an episode about nothing.
Yeah, I have to go play some Legend of the Five Rings later, so I should probably get ready for that.
So your regularly scheduled Nexus at Night will be back next week with actual topics, because as someone referred to on the internet that's now being spread around en masse, the time between Christmas and New Year's is the taint of the holidays, so we figured, why not have the asshole of the holidays before we get back to regular Nexus at Night? So, until next time, I was Atlas.
I'm still Matt.
I'm Root Beer.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year or something.